What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming at you with this month's new player video. I like to do this video every month just because the game changes so much and we just like to keep the information up to date as possible. So if you're new to the channel, we're Duel Entertainment. We started out on Twitch and now we've opened up a YouTube channel where we like to help people get a good start in the game so that way eventually they'll come play in our tournaments on Twitch, which are a lot of fun. So every month I like to start with a little bit of advice, and basically just a couple pieces of advice this month, and that's don't go chasing decks that you see on YouTube. You know, there's a lot of cool entertaining videos out there, but those decks are usually made by players that have like a very robust card collection, and they can kind of have fun and make what we call meme decks and kind of cheese out wins and make entertaining videos. But long term, you probably don't want to invest in those because they're not going to be a very good long term deck. So keep that in mind when you're watching a lot of YouTube videos. Now remember, I like watching those videos myself too, but for long-term investments, they're not always the best. And then the second one kind of ties into the first, and that's just don't waste your gems. They're a finite resource in the game, so we don't want to waste them. There's a lot, but you can run out, so we don't want you just chasing different decks that you see, getting advice from people like, oh, go get this deck, go get this deck. Because in the end, you might just end up with a lot of like half-baked decks or ones that aren't very good, or they're only good for like a month, and then you spend all these gems, and then you're like, now what do I do? So save your gems. That's the biggest thing. Be very frugal with them if you're only going to be a free-to-play player and don't intend on spending any money on the game. All right, so we're going to get right into it. What I have here is an image. This is one of the biggest questions we have from people about our system, and we're going to get into that right here. We do a staples first system where we're going to go after staple cards, and we're going to use some tickets to do that. And this is a screenshot from when you first start out the game. You log in each day and you get a ticket, and you can see here in the first 4 days you get these tickets here, and there's 2 of them right here on day 1 and 2 that are URs, ultra rares, right? The first one is a prismatic ticket, and basically that just means you're getting an ultra rare card, and it cosmetically looks cool. It's kind of shiny and it sparkles, but the list of cards that you get to choose from, they're not that good. They're not like super valuable. You're not going to use a lot of them in the game. Okay, now the second day though, this is the money ticket right here. This is a dream ticket UR, or UR dream ticket, I'm sorry. You can see it's got a dragon head on it, so that signifies that it's the dream ticket. Okay, so this is going to allow us to pluck a card out of a box. Now boxes are typically for sale for money or gems, so that's why these are worth so much. Okay, and same thing with day 3 and 4, except there's super rares, right? So the first one is a prismatic super rare from a list of cards that are just okay, you're not going to use a lot of. And then day 4 you get the super rare dream ticket, which allows you to pull one out of a box, so that makes it even more valuable. And then, so our staples first approach, basically the idea is we're going to recommend cards that have really good utility that can be used in any deck. So when you're investing in a deck, you get what's called the core of the deck. It's usually the monsters, maybe a few spells or something like that. And then you can plug your staples into it, and then you can play the deck for a while, and maybe you're happy with the staples, or maybe you want to upgrade a few of the, like trade out a few staples for optimized cards. And then if you get bored of that deck, you buy the core of a new deck, and you just put your staples into that one, and then you play it and you can optimize that. And that's the whole idea behind the staples, is they can be plugged into any deck and they're not deck specific. Okay, so that's why we recommend them above anything else, because with these cards you can progress through the game quite nicely. So I'm going to put these on the screen, but there's basically 3 URs and an SR, and the first one is Floodgate Trap Hole, Paleozoic Canadia, Cosmic Cyclone, and Karma Cut. So the first 3 are ultra rares. The last one is a super rare. All these cards have been out in the game for quite some time now. They all perform very well, and I don't see them leaving the game anytime soon. That's why we recommend them so well. Floodgate Trap Hole, Paleozoic Canadia are kind of similar, but they have their differences. Usually one's popular in the meta and then one isn't, but it's good to have both. Cosmic Cyclone is possibly the best back roll removal in the game. And then Karma Cut, it's a little out of fashion now. It was really hot like a month ago when we did this video. It was probably the hottest card we had. So we still recommend it as a long-term staple. So we got that out of the way. We got our staples out of the way. We're going to show you how to start collecting these staples. And we're going to start by building a deck. And I'll show you how to do that real quick. Okay, so we're going to start building the deck that we're going to use to acquire our staples. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the gift box up here, and then here we have exchange tickets. Okay, so we're going to go in here, we're going to pick these cards out that we were talking about before, some staples. We're going to build the deck, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So here's our UR one. we're just going to use it right now. I feel very comfortable telling you to get Floodgate Trap Hole with it, mainly because this is a great card, but it's in a really bad box, so we're just going to get that, and we're going to put that in the deck we're building, okay? And then we're also going to use our SR Dream Ticket, and we're going to get Karma Cut with that one. We might have to search real quick for that. That's all right. Karma. There we go. And there it is, and we're just going to throw that in and get that one too. So there you go. We got our 2 dream tickets out of the way. Whew. Don't worry about spending those like that, but that I feel very comfortable doing that. So the next one we're going to use is this prismatic one here. We're going to build an Amazon in this deck. So we're going to use our prismatic UR, and we're going to get our first Amazoness card, and that's the Paladin. Now, she's not available in every type of ticket, and that might not make sense here, and I'll show you in just a second. But there's different tickets, right? They're URs, but this one is a login bonus. And then you can kind of look, this is a 4th anniversary ticket login bonus. And each one has like a different title, so they have different card pools. So that's why we want to use the UR prismatic one to get the Paladin, because she's not in every UR card pool, if that makes sense. Okay, and then now we're going to go after one of the most important cards in our Amazoness deck, and we're going to get the Princess. She is our starter and searcher, so we need 3 of her. So we're going to use all the UR Dream tickets that we have left to get 3 of her. So let's get those. There's our second one. And this Amazoness deck, you're going to be really happy because it's going to help you get your start in the game. And it's just a great deck to have. So there we go. We got 3 of them. And then we're going to go into Classic Reboot by Konami. So now we can use the SRs. You can use your glossies. I don't mind using the glossies or the prismatics, and we're going to get the rest of them. So we need a Sage. You can pick one. Any Amazoness to get your prismatic of. It doesn't matter, but we need a Sage. Need one of those. And then we're going to go in and get, we need 2 swordswomen. Now you see the 2 here. This means we can only play up to 2 in our deck. There are other cards that have 2s on them, which means they're semi-limited. That means you can only play up to 2 cards with a 2 on there. So that might not make a lot of sense at first, but I can show you another card on this list. I should probably just search for it. It'd be a lot quicker. And that's Enemy Controller. This is a pretty popular card, but it's going to conflict with our deck, so we're not going to get it. But you can see how this has a 2 on it also. That means we can only play 2 total cards with 2s on them. So we could play 2 Amazoness Swordswomen or 2 Enemy Controllers. Or 1 Amazoness Swordswoman and 1 Enemy Controller, if that makes sense. So only up to 2 of each. 2 cards with the 2 on them. So that's kind of how the ban list or the limit list works in Duel Links. So that's why we're not getting Enemy Controller. It's a great card, but not with the deck that we're building. So we're going to get an Amazoness Tiger, because that's a great card. And then we're going to get 2 of these Willpowers. Okay. And there you go. And that should be everything we need from tickets. So far we've gotten a Floodgate Trap Hole, we've gotten Karma Cut, and then we've gotten the beginning of our core of our Amazoness deck. So to help finish this off now, we're going to start chasing after one of our staples. And by the way we're going to do that is we're going to go into the store here. And if you didn't see where I went, I'll show you that again. I'm so used to doing it, I just do it so quick. But at the bottom here it says shop, or you can just kind of navigate left or right and just click on the shop and go in here and click on boxes. And we're going to go down to the box that has Paleozoic Canadian, and I'll show you why we're picking that box once we get down to it. It's Valiant Souls. Here's Canada. It's the cover card right here. Well, not the cover card, but it's highlighted there. And the reason we're doing that is because in this box is the card we want, Canada. It's a UR. There it is. We want 3 of those. But along the way, and this is why we use the system that we do, if you look all the way down here, I always pass them every month. Here we go. Amazoness Onslaught. All right, so we want 3 of these. That's in this box, and that's what makes this box so great. This is a clutch card in our Amazoness deck. We need 3 of them. We can play 3 now. This used to be limited to 1, so you can only play 1 in your deck. Now you can play up to 3 in your deck, okay? But it's limited. So like Cosmic Cyclone, that other staple that we were talking about, that's also a limit 3 card. So we could play like 2 Onslaught and 1 Cosmic Cyclone, or 2 Cosmic Cyclone and 1 Onslaught. But we don't want to play Cosmic Cyclone in this deck. We just want to play Onslaught. So we're going to get that one. We're going to get 3 of these. and then we need 1 baby tiger. Okay, so we're going to get these cards while we're trying to get our Canadia. So we're going to do a pack opening here. Hopefully I get a Canadia. I haven't gotten one yet in like 6 months of doing this. Here we go. No, I did get some decent cards. Okay, we just got 2 onslaughts, so that's exactly what we need. It's just killing me. Come on, baby. No, bomb. I just want the baby tiger. Oh, they're just giving us everything but that. Oh, we're getting URs, but we're just not getting that Canadian. Oh my god. This is actually a good card. Getting one of these is good. This is a good card to have. All right, come on. This is Canadia, not Canadia. And we're almost out of gems. Oh my god. 6 packs left. This has got to be it. Otherwise, come on. Yes! Ugh, the first time ever. And baby tiger. It doesn't say baby tiger's new, so we pulled them earlier, but we got Canadia and baby tiger. Look how happy they are together. Look at that. They're best friends. First time I ever pulled one on stream. So I'm going to cover this part right now since we're here. As soon as you get that Canadia, doesn't matter what else is in the box. I don't care what other people tell you. You got that Canadia, you come right up here, you hit reset box. You click this, and you're going to start that box over because now that's the only thing we really want out of this box is Canadia. I already got my first one. But look at that in the end. I got Canadia, needle sealing, and the rest I don't care about. All right, but we did get everything else that we need, and we got some stuff that we can use to start building the deck. So I'm going to build the deck, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the deck built, and I'm going to show it to you here in a second, but I want to show you what character I was using, and that's Taya right here. When you click on these, you can choose which different character you want. I'm choosing Taya because at level 4, she has a skill called Holy Guard. You take no battle damage during your turn, and that synergizes so well with this deck, alright? So that's why we're going to build it with Taya. Now, a lot of people, after I show you the deck, they're going to tell you, go get the Queen, alright? The Queen. The Queen is way here under My Valentine, level 45 reward. I can't tell you how much time and effort you're going to spend to get this one card, and I can't recommend enough not to do it. Because we're not playing Amazons long term. We're just going to use this deck to farm with. We're just going to play PvP with it to get gems, to get to a better deck. If you want to go to level 45, you go ahead, but please post your times on how long it took you to get there. Because to go from level 44 to 45, it's 45,000 experience, and that's what it's like when you get to these upper levels. When you're in these lower levels, I mean, it's like you get 1,000, you go up, right? To go from like level 29 to 30 is 15,000. So when you're going like up in the 40s, it's like 45,000 to go up one level. To me, it's not worth it. So it's up to you. I don't recommend it, all right? Because I'm not playing Amazons long term. I'm just using Amazons as a short-term deck to get to my real deck that we'll be building down the road. That's why we recommend such a cheap and easy deck. We used nothing but tickets, and then the gems we did spend, we're actually getting Canadia. Isn't that great? So this is the deck I built. So all this stuff in the top row, these are all the tickets. Remember, we used all tickets on these. Same thing with these first 2 cards. These were all the tickets, remember? So watch the video again. You can see where we got those. Amazon is Baby Tiger. That was from the box that we just bought into. And then so was Double Cyclone, Paleozoic Canadia, Floodgate Trap Hole. Karma Cut was our dream ticket, remember? I'm sorry, Floodgate's not from the box. What am I doing? Floodgate was the dream ticket. Floodgate's the dream ticket, and then Karma Cut's the dream ticket. And then everything else, let's see, these 2. Blast with Chain, that's from the box. This is a ticket, remember? And then this is actually for the bingo missions, so make sure to check out the bingo missions, the Mokaba bingo missions. I got that there. And then I only pulled 2 Onslaught, but I'm okay with that because I'm used to playing this deck with 1 anyways, so we want 3 if possible. If you get a 3rd one, just take something out. Now, when you build a deck, it doesn't have to look like this. This is just the deck that I built because this is what I pulled. Now, I'm going to do like a play video, me playing on the ladder with this deck so you can kind of see how the play style is. But basically, most of this stuff can be taken out. The only thing that you're going to end up keeping in here is the Paleozoic Canadias. You're going to keep your Floodgate. You're going to keep your Onslaught. You could keep your Karma Cut in there, your Willpower. But like the Metal Morph, the Double Cyclone, the Blast with Chain, all this stuff can just be pulled out and replaced with our Paleozoic Canadias and Floodgate Trap Holes. And then one pro tip down here, just put anything in your extra deck. It doesn't matter. You're never going to use them. You're never going to summon them. But you want your opponent to think that you might. All right. So make sure to put something in there. All right. So this is your starter deck. Now remember, this is not a long-term deck. This is what you're going to use to do PvE, which is player versus environment. So basically all the auto dueling. And then you're going to use it for the PvP ladder, and then you're going to use it for events and things like that. So it's a great way to start out the game. And I'll show you real quick here with an auto duel. And then while we're doing this, I'm going to start talking a little bit about, there's these things called bundles in the game. Now it's up to you. They cost real life money, so you got to decide whether or not you want to put any money into the game, and that's up to you. I'm not going to recommend it either way. Okay, I spend money in the game and I'm okay with it, but that's up to you. So there's bundles in the game, and basically what you're going to get one card, some packs from the newest box, and then sometimes like some mats and sleeves, and they usually cost around $5. They're a really good deal. And there you go. We just won that auto duel, no problem. And I'll show you the bundles real quick, and then show you everything you can get from them. Oh, let's get in here. So if you come down here to specials, bundles, check these out. Look at this. The ones I would recommend right here, Floodgate Trap Hole. That's a good one. $5, you get Floodgate Trap Hole. You could have 2 right away, and then 10 packs from the newest box. So there's a new box possibly coming out in a week or two, so you might want to wait to see if the new box is even better than the one that's out, because it's always 10 packs from the newest box, or the latest one. So I'd recommend the Floodgate one. Then look at this, Canadia. You get a Canadia, you get 10 packs, you get the mat, $5. Paleas, or I'm sorry, Cosmic Cyclone, same thing. You can get a Cosmic Cyclone right away, $5. That's $15. I would also recommend Sphere Kuriboh is like a really great card. It's a great hand trap. It goes in any deck. It can go into just about any deck. Same thing, 10 packs. You get the mat, another $5. You're talking $20 there, and you can get some really clutch cards. All these are actually pretty good. I wouldn't get the Super Rush. That one's just super out of date, and maybe I would hold off on this one. It's a real situational one. It's really good for what's called ritual decks. I would maybe skip that one, but you know, the Drowning Mirror Force, that's a good card too. $5, you get the mat, 10 packs. I mean, so that's up to you. If you don't want to spend money in the game, don't spend money on the game. If you want to do free to play, do for free to play. So that's really how to get the best start. So remember, build this Amazoness deck, get 3 Canadia, get 3 Floodgate, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and 3 Karma Cut, and then get in our Discord and get in the new player help channel. It's free. The Discord's free. The new player help is free. Just go in there and we'll help you figure out what your next steps will be. Usually it's, what do you want to play? What kind of deck? That kind of thing, okay? So, and this month, I'm going to keep going with this deck. It looks like a lot of fun, so I'm going to start a series where I just keep playing this account out and just kind of show you how the system works. So, check back every week for updates. So, I'm going to take this. I'm going to go on the ladder. I'm going to record some gameplay footage, and then every week I'll give you updates on what I'm doing with my free-to-play account. So, I hope you found this enlightening. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to join our Discord because it's free. The tournaments are free. The new player help is free. And we'd love to have you there. So I'm Circus. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you next time.